Hi, welcome to another Quick Tip Thursday. If you don't know me, my name is Paulo and I'm here today to talk to you about the color page nodes. I've been doing a series about the color page nodes, explaining how the nodes work, and today is our last video about that. And today we are going to talk about the outside node and the splitter combiner node and an extra in the end. So stay to the end. So let's start by the outside node. The outside node is a node that has to work with another node, and that node has to have a mask. For this node to work, you have to have a previous node with a mask, and this node will, as the name says, is the outside of the other mask. So if you have a mask with one area selected, in the outside node you have the rest of the area that is not in the previous mask. So it's everything else except for the mask that is in the previous node. Let's jump in the computer and see how it works. So here we are at the computer with my famous bright already selected. So here in the color page we have a node already in here. If I add an outside node now, and for adding the shortcut is Alt or Option O, and as you can see, this is the outside node and it connects the media information and the alpha channel. Since I don't have anything in here masked, so the entire node is a mask that don't use anything of this node because this node doesn't have any mask. But if I create a mask in this one, you will see that the mask will be here in gray and everything else will be without the gray color. So let's add a mask to this one. Let's add a circular one, like put it in here. Let's okay, let's do something to this. Let's change here the contrast. Let's add a little bit of saturation. Let's come here to the increase a little bit these highlights, decrease this, and a little bit of warm. And as soon as I created this in here, you notice that this changed. So now the only part there is in gray is this one because it's the mask from here. Now in this node I can edit everything, I can adjust everything that is outside of this mask. So in this one I can come here and let's put this darker. So let's darken this a little bit and a little bit in here, a little bit in here. We can shift. So what we are doing is adjusting everything except for this area that is masked in here. So as you can see, it's a node that helps you a lot. You can do this in other ways, but I think this is the easiest way to work with masks. And if you want to adjust both parts of the mask, the area that you mask and the outside area, this is the best option. It's the outside node, and this node is very useful. Now let's talk a little bit about the splitter combiner node. So the splitter combiner node, it's a node that will split, as the name says, will split the three color, the RGB channels, the red, the green, and the blue, and you can work separately in the red, the green, and the blue channel, and then everything that you adjust in those nodes will be combined together. But it allows you to work in one color or in both colors or in all the colors, so you can adjust them separately. You can increase the gain, decrease it, everything. You can do everything to a specific color. So let's jump again to the computer and see what you can do with this. Here we are at the computer. So let's add the splitter combiner node. You have two options, or come here to the color nodes and add the splitter combiner, or you can press Alt or Option Y. And here is, so as you can see, it adds this. This is the splitter, this is the combiner, and the three nodes, the red, green, and blue. I don't know if you can see it, but here you have a red dot, a green dot, and the blue dot. So now you can work separately in these colors. So let's start by the red. You can see in here in the scopes, if I come here and adjust, if I remove in the gain here, if I press this down, now I remove all the reds from the gains. Notice that this was disabled, and if I increase it again, it will be enabled again. So you can work in one channel, one color channel, or in all of this. So let's add in this one, let's come here and to the blues. We have a lot of blues. Let's decrease here in the mid and in the highlights. And now you remove the blues, but you notice that you also affected the bright in here. If you don't want to affect the bright, you connect this one and it's the opposite. So you can use this to do changes in specific colors. This is the splitter combiner. So the splitter combiner allows you to work separately in each color channel. And now let's talk about the extras that I talked in the beginning. So there are two more nodes that I will try to explain. One is the compound node that will group all the nodes that you select. Imagine that you have a lot of nodes in your node tree and you want to simplify the node tree without deleting them. So you can group parts of your node tree, and that those nodes will be combined in just one node, as I'm going to show you. So let's jump here. So you have all these nodes, and if you select them, then come right click on your mouse and create a compound node, and now you have one node that represents all the nodes. Of course, you cannot do any changes on those nodes, but you can go back to those nodes, do the same, and decompose compound node, and this will be available again, all the nodes separately, and now you can adjust whatever you want. This is the compound node. And you also have another node that is the shared node that allows you to save a node as shared, and you can share that node or add it to other clips, and the change that was made on that clip will be on every other clips that you put that node. So let's see how it works. Add here a node, and in this node, for example, let's do something. So you wanna save this as a shared node and use it on other clips. So for that, you click on the node and save as shared node. So you click it, and now you can see that it's shared node 1 in here. Let me add another clip, the same clip, but let's come here to the color page, to the second clip, and now I can add that shared node just by clicking here and go to add node, and here in the bottom is the shared node 1, and now this shared node is doing the same. Look, it's the same. If you come here, you notice that this is the same that you have in here. So as you can see, you have multiple options, and I hope you understand all the nodes that I explained previously and that I explained today. And I hope all of this will help you to work better in the color page and to help you to adjust your clips the way you want it. So as I said, I hope this information was helpful, and if yes, don't forget, hit that like button, that helps a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell to be notified next time I will launch a video like this. Until there, bye!